I never thought
You'd
that
hear
I would hear that.
I feel like I've made her cry. I'm a terrible, terrible host.
I have to say one thing is definitely consistency. You just can't stop.
Yeah.
You can't look at the followers, you can't look at the likes, because that doesn't determine your talent. There were times where I was like, I'm creating this content, I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
I've got young kids.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not that funny.
I'm here. You guys know who I am. And this is Sarah, who many of you follow for Najwa in particular, for Sarah, and for, so there's 3 characters, right?
So there's the daughter, which is me, but it's kind of not really me. Then there's Najwa.
Yeah.
And then there's Maryam.
Maryam.
Yeah.
And Maryam's the one that's a little bit tired.
So Maryam is from the village.
Okay.
And she's the more, like, she's from the Daya. So she's like the village mum. And Najwa is the more modern mum, And
Najwa takes care of herself.
she's like born in the city. She takes care of herself. She's, got all the hobbies and she's doing all the things.
Yeah.
She spends the money. The other one is the traditional, what we consider the traditional mum.
I think so many of us resonate with these characters because a lot of the migrants that came to Australia after or during the Civil War from the villages had a mother who was very tired, didn't really have a lot of money, probably didn't look after herself, probably doesn't know a lot outside of her circle.
Exactly.
And then you have Najwa, who commands attention, gets what she wants, is quite outspoken. So a lot of us have a combination, I feel.
Yeah. And then I feel that the younger generation can resonate with Najwa because she's like the alter ego of what we want to do and say.
Yeah.
But some of us don't.
These characters have come about after a long-standing career. You gave me a bit of context that you used to perform, dance, sing, understanding the culture. You have a love for Middle Eastern culture, and we can see that. So whilst you're very funny, very witty, making fun of so many things, we don't feel like, there's nothing that you do that feels as though it's offensive.
That's actually what I love, and it surprises me sometimes because
how? How have you found creating that balance of being so funny and so comical without offending? Like, you read this 3,000 comments and not a single person is offended.
Yeah, it's actually quite insane because then it goes viral. So then it goes to people that may not even know what I'm doing. And some people actually think that I am 2 characters.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're like, oh, she's just talented, she's just pretending and playing. They actually see that. I think it's because everybody knows a Najwa. And whether it's a mum or an auntie or a neighbour or somebody, and actually you don't have to be Lebanese. You could be German, you could be Italian, you could be Greek. And because she resonates so much, what's happening, I think, and I believe, is that people are like now feeling heard and seen. Like, I've had an auntie that say to me, oh, you put on weight.
Yes.
Right? We've all had it. Like, someone just said it to me just today, this morning. We've all had someone that gets offended when you give a gift back or you be honest and be like, oh, I didn't really like it. I don't really know how she's so lovable, to be honest, even when she's so obnoxious sometimes.
It's so true. I think you've given permission to the idea that we come from cultures where sometimes we say things that are not considered to be etiquette, or, you don't say that to people. Like, or, you don't say that out loud. We all think it.
Yeah.
Najwa says it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And some people can see that it's satire. We're just playing around. Now I'm actually making fun of this.
But you're
type of a
bringing so
person.
much joy to people's lives. Like, you see some of the comments and there are people literally waiting for you to post each day. There are comments where, I haven't laughed like that in a really long time.
This is not coming from a place of ego. I get comments, but I get messages, like private messages, laying on the couch, and I show my husband, and it just warms my heart so much that people are like, on such a large scale, are seeing what I always knew that I had. I'd make family members, when I say family, like cousins, and things like that overseas, or really close friends laugh like that. And I just thought that's because they were my friends and they liked me. I never knew that if I was to be in front of a larger audience, that I would find people. It's like, I feel like these followers and fans are actually like my family and friends.
They're an extended family.
They really are, because it's not only that I'm actually doing this for them, and they say, like, I've had a really depressive day today, or I've got mental health going on and I've got stuff going on, but I feel so good when I come on your page. Like they're literally waiting.
Yeah.
And some of them like, I've been waiting all night. I'm like, I've posted every day
Yes.
for the last few months and I haven't missed a day. And for someone to say that, it's crazy because a lot of
Yes.
people don't post every day.
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
have
keep
an
going.
army. You
I
have
have,
an
and
army
I
around
really,
you.
really feel
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And, it doesn't matter if you don't have a mum or a sister or a brother or a dad here to support you. There are people out there. And when you find those people, and
Yeah.
like, that saying that your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah.
I have found more than a tribe. I am like so excited and overwhelmed at the same time, like how this has happened so quickly.
So many people that reach out to us and say things like, I feel stuck. I don't feel like people are getting to know me. I'm really trying to get myself out there, but I don't know how. What was that moment, that turning point? Because I think it takes so much confidence in a belief that it's like, you know what, I'm just going to go all out.
So I have been trying for a while, and I have to say one thing is definitely consistency. You just can't stop.
Yeah.
You can't look at the followers, you can't look at the likes because that doesn't determine your talent. There were times where I was like, I'm creating this content, I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
I've got young kids.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not that funny because if I was, then my stuff would go viral.
Yeah.
But sometimes the algorithm just doesn't work in your favor as well.
Yeah.
I reached out to some big comedians. And that was a massive step to ask if I could collaborate with them.
Yeah.
And look, they said that they were going to do something else with me. I'm just going to wait and see what happens at the end of the year. I felt really after that a little bit desperate that I was reaching out and I didn't get what I what I needed. And I was like, how about you just go and get it? Someone that inspires me very much, he's passed away now, Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's like a mystic, a real spiritual coach. And he said that he didn't want to die with the music still in him. And that saying for me is such a massive one because I teach this and I preach this with the work that I do. And I tell my clients as part of when they're going through this breathwork journey with me in this meditation, it's like, do you want to be 80 years old and do you want to be on your deathbed or in your nursing home saying to your grandchildren, I wish, or I could have, or I would have? And I kept thinking, wow, I was thinking that when I was in my 20s and in my 30s and then in my 40s. And it's like, just go get it now. You're still alive. Your heart's beating.
Yes.
Just go and get it. And it was like the minute I really, truly believed in myself.
Yes.
That was it. The first one went
turning
viral.
back.
Yeah.
There's no turning back.
And the second one, and I said to my husband, after the fourth, fifth one, I'm like, well, because I've had lots of viral videos, but it was like up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
And this was different. And my husband goes,
No, there's a snowball there.
he said to me, but I was still a little bit going, could still stop. He's like, no, babe. He's,
It ain't stopping.
he's like a numbers guy. He's like, babe, if this keeps going, this trajectory, you are going to have 100,000 by the end of this year.
Yeah.
So then my goals got bigger because then when you reach that smaller goal,
Yeah.
where I'm almost at 50, then 100,000 to me
doesn't feel so
choose
far.
Yeah, exactly. I want a K at the front. Now I'm like, I want an M.
Yeah. I had someone the other day and actually put up a post about it. What's comedy got to do with weddings? And I said, how can you not see the correlation between emotional connection? The fact that you create content about things that we live every single day. And also on top of that, you make it so relatable and you make it so authentic and it never feels like something that is being forced upon us. Whether you're doing a collaboration, whether you're working on a partnership, whether it's just you in your room creating the content, it always feels very intentional and it's very, very clever. We collaborated on our first post actually last night together. I was receiving personal messages from family members in LA, in Canada, in the Middle East, like, Najwa, and it was so funny because they see it as something that you are already up here, but also I wish she was my friend. Your reach, your engagement, the love that your community has for you. This is what I'm saying is that foundation, once you create an emotional connection with someone, they feel as though they are part of your orbit. And so now this is what's gravitating towards you. We're so excited to see what's next.
Thank you. And I'm so excited too. And I want to really say thank you to everyone that has watched this journey unfold because it's happening quickly and
it's happening in real time, guys.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. But I tell you what else I'm doing is I'm turning the lights on the dark.
Yeah.
And when you turn the light on the dark, it no longer is dark. So people that have got trauma from a lot of these things, I was someone that used to get upset and, was quite depressed from these comments of, oh my God, you've put on weight,
Yeah.
And when you now make light of it, it's not about gaslighting these people or it's not about you. It's about the people that are talking to you like that. That's a cultural thing, you
It
know, like
is.
our mums did that and now their grandmas do that.
Yeah.
And I hear it and they try and like, it's almost like my coaching business has intertwined
Yeah.
into the comedy without even me meaning to do it. I feel like there is something bigger than me
Yeah.
guiding and orchestrating all of this. I can't explain it.
But I think that that foundation of coaching, and I liken it similar, and the reason that I can relate is because my background's education. So when people say to me, how do you get on stage in front of 2,000 people and speak for 2 hours without a
Mm.
script? And I'm like, because I'm there to educate first and foremost. I don't speak about my business. I speak about what my business has taught me and what that can do for you.
Mm.
And I think similar to you, your coaching background, you're very spiritual. You can tell that you really care about people's mental health and you're an advocate for that.
Yeah.
And the way that you can allow a release is
Yeah.
through your comedy.
Yes.
And that is a gift.
Yeah.
But, we know a lot of comedians and we see a lot of people, but there's something there that makes people's hearts sing. The fact that it does come so naturally to you because you've lived it.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
putting on a personality of something that is made up.
No.
You've experienced these characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The voice is my mum.
Yeah.
The mannerisms is my mum. The character is then embellished by lots of other women that I've met. But, I have been doing that impersonation since I can remember, since primary school. Like high school friends are messaging,
That
commenting, saying,
is crazy.
yeah, you've been famous to us since
Yeah.
since 1990. Like they have been watching. They said, you've been making us laugh since, we were in high school. There was a part of me that was very insecure that thought, are they laughing at me or are they actually laughing with me?
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause my mum used to always put that in my head that you're just a clown, you're just a clown.
Yeah.
But the classroom clown ends up being the comedian. So for me, I was always doing that voice, but with our culture, that what happens is my mum's friends would laugh, but then what would come with that is, stop making fun of your mum.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
so my mum would get embarrassed.
Yeah.
So she would stop it.
Yeah.
My dad found it
She'd
funny
block it.
because
Yeah.
he was also very funny
Yeah.
and he always impersonated like family friends. So he got it, but my mum would block it and her friends would always make it worse by feeling
Well, I
guilty
think
for
they made
laughing.
her
They made her
insecure as
insecure about it because they would be
well.
like,
Yeah.
Sarah,
Yeah.
khalas, stop
Yeah.
making fun of your mum. That's
Yeah.
not nice.
Yeah.
And I always tried to tell them, I'm not making fun of her. Isn't this a gift?
Yeah.
But they confused me. And then I grew up thinking, okay, maybe this is making fun of her.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help it. Like,
Yeah.
even if I was going to tell a story about something,
Yeah.
the voice just comes on.
Yeah.
And today when I was with somebody, I was with a client and she said to me, do you get sick of people saying put on the voice? I'm like, no, because I've been doing it always.
Yeah.
I love doing it.
Part of your life.
She's a part of me
Yeah.
and I love doing it. And I actually love the way she speaks.
Yeah.
So she really is my alter ego, Najwa.
Yeah. We love Najwa.
Sometimes we all want to be a diva.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
We do.
Like,
And I wish I could be so brave sometimes.
yeah, so
and
I get to
raise
do
it.
that. Yeah, I get to
Yeah.
do that.
The other side of comedy is people not taking it seriously. Working in the wedding and event industry, working with so many people who have the creative heart, may not necessarily have the business mind, may not necessarily be taken seriously by their family,
Yeah.
not know how to turn it into a business. We actually hosted a conference 7 years ago. The title of it was Creative Heart, Business Mind, because my passion and my forte is flipping your talent into something that can actually make your life more comfortable and that you get paid for what you do
Yeah.
because you are talented and it is your time, it is your effort, it is your energy. And I'm speaking to every creative, is that if you have an ability to do something that other people can't do, that is your gift. Every religion will teach you that your gift is meant to be given,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
If you hold on to it,
Yes.
you will suffer
Absolutely.
and you will feel suffocated.
100%.
So we need to find a release for it, but we also can't be in a position, because I 25 years ago was a creative. I still am a creative, but having gone through my life, learned that you should be respected enough and celebrated enough to understand your worth.
Yeah, can I just add on that? Because I love that. That was so well put and beautifully said. And it needs to be spoken about. First of all, back onto what you said about your gift. To me, I'm a true believer that depression is when you are out of alignment.
Yeah.
You are depressed because you are out of alignment of who you are meant to be.
Mm,
And the only reason why you are not on your path of who you're meant to be is because of fear.
yeah.
So if you don't do the deep deep personal development work that you need to do,
Yeah.
okay, within yourself, to believe in yourself that this is it. And some people don't know because they keep themselves so busy that they don't have the space and time to go, what do I like? They, those hobbies or the things that they're good at
Mm.
were stripped away when they were young,
Yeah.
so they don't know. So then you have to find yourself,
Yeah.
okay? And then you go, now, then you find yourself, then you know your worth, and
Yeah.
then you go, okay, I'm doing this. Now, I've had people, say, don't do collabs. It's going to turn people off. This was in the beginning. Now, if I don't do collabs, first of all, I'm helping another business.
Oh my
This is the
goodness.
new way of
Yeah.
advertising. People pay top dollar for TV commercials.
Yeah.
I worked in cinema advertising
Yeah.
when I was younger. No one is watching the same ad for a year. It's so boring,
Yeah.
right? No one's watching TV.
Mm.
We're all on Netflix. There's no commercial ads. We are on our phones
Yeah.
and we know it. You can check your screen time more than 8 hours a day. Mate, that's a minimum, and you've got to know it. This is now the new way of selling you
Yeah.
and selling and helping another business. If
Yeah.
I can get a business in front of X amount of,
Oh,
in
it's
front of 6
amazing.
million people,
Yeah.
right, within a month,
Yeah.
but then I can keep you there for a year, which means you're actually going to be in front of more,
Yeah.
bring you followers and bring you business, even if it's brand awareness. We look at how we do that.
Yeah.
This is not one of those times to talk about that, but would you not want to pay for that?
Yeah.
Now, if I was just going to be doing this like I was for the last 4 years and not get paid for it, then you're going to see a video once a week.
Yeah.
My heart can't be in it as much because I've got a job.
Yeah.
I've got a family.
Yeah.
And so then I can't make this into what? So it's really,
No,
like,
we want you to be a
it's
career.
energy exchange.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I can make this my business, I don't want to do a show just yet. It's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put out a show where it's just me just doing like a few jokes and then clap and go home. No,
Yeah.
this will be a show,
Yeah.
like a one-man show.
Yeah.
I've got characters I want to bring out. And that makes money, but that takes time.
Yes.
People don't do their shows till after a year or two
Yeah.
or so. So I had to think of a way, and I saw what I was doing. I have not had to date a business, and I've done a lot of ads with the businesses, not say to me, that was amazing. People have come into my store actually asking for you
Yeah.
because they associate my shop with you,
Yeah.
right? And now I think that's amazing for
Yeah.
them, right? And I truly believe that if someone comes to me, they were meant to come to me. And the ones that are like, iffing and ahhing, it's not their time, and that's okay. I don't get upset.
Yeah.
And I want to become more selective now with who I allow myself to work with, because now I'm at a point where so many people want to work with
Yeah.
me, and I can't just make it, every single reel is a commercial.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like one.
No,
It's
it doesn't.
entertainment.
It's so entertaining. That's the beauty of it, right? Is that when you're such a talented comedian and content creator, is that we see content creators in so many different verticals just putting on a dress, and this is what I'm doing, and that's it. Your angle and your take makes it so much more entertaining and valuable as a piece of content to consume from the perspective of commercializing what that looks like. We all want you to be a career comedian. We don't want one post a day. We
Yeah.
want you to take this seriously.
Yes.
And you have people lining up asking for the meet and greet,
Yeah.
asking for the show. And as you said, that will all come. This is for anyone who's creating content. As soon as you create content with a brand, you're affiliated with them,
Yeah.
And so there's a partnership there that people are seeing, and where they see value, they will follow. We wanted to collaborate on a piece when Sarah came from Melbourne, just to be able to show the businesses that we work with, particularly in the Middle East and around Europe, seeing where the comments are coming from, seeing the value that people see in what you're doing. Everyone knows that there's something really special here.
Yeah. Can I be honest with you? My dream has always been to bring back like the TV, the sitcoms that we used to have that we don't have anymore. A mixture of the Cosby Show, the Websters, Different Strokes, even the ones I watch on the,
Strokes,
what my kids come back and watch on YouTube, at home on the weekend, and the movies and the shows at the moment.
It's just crap.
It's such crap, right? So to know that I can bring families together and brothers and sisters sending
create a
their
talking
reels
point.
together.
Yeah.
To me, that
Yeah.
just like that lights me
Yeah.
up so much
Yeah.
to know that I'm becoming a household name.
You are.
And I just, that's been my dream
Yeah.
to do that.
If you were to, close your eyes and say, okay, so I'm going to perform tomorrow and there's going to be 5,000 people in the room. Who do you see in the room? Who has bought a ticket to come watch your show?
Families,
Families.
the whole family.
Yeah.
I can be vulgar. I can be rude. It was funny. My mum said to me the other day, she goes, "Stay clean, mama. Make sure you stay clean. Don't be dirty. Don't swear." Because when I was trying stuff out with open mic
Yeah.
nights and I was working with, Aussies and Aussie men, they were like, helping me out with my material and it was a little bit vulgar. And when I look back at it, I feel sick that I was using that kind of material on stage. But, you got to find
You
your
felt
feet.
like you were
And it
being
wasn't me. I felt like he's like, you've got to make it funny and you've got to make it punchy and you got to make it punchy. Then this is how you do it. And this is what you got to say. It's got to be this and it's got to be, and it's like, oh, okay. And that put me off comedy
Yeah.
because he's like, that's how it is, And
But I think for the diaspora, people, especially the first generation,
yeah,
like we're the ones that lived between two worlds.
yes,
And we had mothers walking around embarrassing us saying the things that
yes,
Najwa said.
yes. People
Everyone's
send me
so
content.
excited.
People are like, can you do this? Can you do this? And I'm like, mate,
Because
guys,
see Najwa's
there's so much,
Yeah,
guys. I
yeah.
promise you, one reel is enough.
Yeah.
And I'm a one-man show.
Every single piece of content is a mini production.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people need to realize in terms of cameras, equipment. Like if you see behind us, we have 3 cameras playing right now. We have a ring light. The team, it took them half
Laptop
an hour
behind, yeah.
just
yeah.
to set up the cameras. And they came in for
Longer.
another half an hour to make sure we were seated correctly. I don't think anyone out there wants you to do this where, yes, we want you to do it always authentically, but that doesn't mean that you don't get paid. And I think that when we look at you as a career comedian, I think Australians and everyone around the world can see you doing large shows, can see you having your own show, can see you working with a lot of large scale brands that wants the audience, wants the engagement, wants the reach, and wants to be affiliated with you.
And like some of them are going, I was here from the start. I know you were going to get here.
Yeah.
Keep going. And I'm like, I'm going to keep going. Like I cry sometimes at night. I have never done that. I have never idolized or looked at anyone. There's been no one for me to ever feel that about. The only person I could say is Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's a conscious human being.
Yeah.
He's not just a comedian. So to have people, even my husband gets shocked, not because he doesn't believe in me, but that people genuinely love me this much. He's like, wow.
I saw a couple of your videos on socials and then I had a lot more sent to me. And I thought, wow, there is something here. If I have all of these different channels and Sarah's orbiting around, I'm like, okay, I've got to reach out. If there's anything we can do, how we can work together.
That's what's perfect. I mean, it's Wedded Wonderland.
Yeah.
You do weddings.
Yeah.
Most of my content is about weddings.
Yeah.
And when you think about all of the things that we could do,
it's very exciting.
But can I just say one other thing? There's a big thing with a lot of cultures where stay humble. Like maybe, some people get triggered when you're like, and I want to get flown to Dubai and I want to do this and I'm going to have this. There's a big thing. And when I found my mum was trying to do that to me, she's like, okay, it's okay. Just stay like, it's like, no, mum, you can be a nice person, humble. I will always be humble. You can't take that out of me. Like, as in, I will always stay genuine, but I can also be really goal driven and really, really, motivated to have big dreams. I can also do both.
I think, culturally, it's really challenging to be a migrant, a woman, a mother, and have really big goals.
Yeah.
Culturally in Australia, because we do have tall poppy syndrome here.
Yes.
And we do have, the ethnic community is often like
What is she
sometimes
doing?
upon, or what is she doing?
Yeah.
Why are they so loud? It's all of that.
Yeah.
And then we have the Middle Eastern community, which is like, خلاص يعني it's enough.
So that's where I was.
عملتي شفتي it's enough.
عندك family هلا عندك الأولاد.
Yeah.
Come on, what do you want to? What are you going to achieve?
Yeah.
And that was the mentality with a lot of people around me. But now it's crazy because the shift in their attitude. My mum is like calling me every night, wanting to know how's it going, what's going on, and who you're meeting, and what are you doing. And I'm so happy for you, Mama.
Aww.
And I never thought that I would hear that.
Yeah.
I never thought that. I just didn't think I was going to make it, and she would be alive
You can make me
to
crack
hear
up.
that.
Yeah.
It really, really, like it's not about wanting validation, but everybody wants their mum to see them
And to be proud of what
and to
they're
be
doing.
proud of them,
And to
especially
understand it.
and to understand why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then I realized I had a friend of mine that said to me, "Your mum doesn't know and support you. She was worried that you wouldn't make your dreams and that you would be
I
disappointed.
know.
And I said, but I would rather know that I tried and
Yeah.
get disappointed than never to have tried at all.
But I think, we have to understand that we've never been given the permission
Yeah.
to ask for more than what is just enough to get by.
Yeah.
And this is something that is foundational in many migrant communities, and particularly from the Middle East and, places that still, I feel guilty sometimes eating because of what's happening over there.
Yes.
So it's very challenging to have all of this happening and still feel like, well, you know what? I deserve to follow my dream
Yeah.
and I deserve to do what I want to do and I know that I can do.
Yeah.
And despite everything, the world needs you. The world needs comedy. The world needs women like us standing up saying you can actually do it.
Yeah.
I do think fundamentally and culturally, it is very challenging, but some need to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
And you're at that point right now. They're
Yeah.
seeing, so they're believing. The energy that's around what you're doing is definitely far greater than you.
Yeah.
And it is reverberating around the world from you sitting here in Sydney with us doing this. Everyone wants to see you win. We are right behind you. And we're just so grateful to have you. We're so proud of you.
Thank you
It's
so
just
much.
the beginning.